What I was talking about was abscesses, and I was talking about the teeth and a teeth report, and so I left off saying that I'm brushing my teeth with 20% hydrogen peroxide called cream developer from a beauty store. So it's different than what Doc is talking about for food grade in use. This is simply to brush your teeth with or dye your hair. Okay, I'm brushing my teeth with one capful, and it foams up, and pretty soon I'm through brushing around, and I spit some of that out, the hydrogen peroxide, and then I rinse off my toothbrush because I've got a special toothbrush that I got in the teeth report, and it's called a flossing toothbrush. I think I paid $3.50 for it, $3.50. I love my flossing toothbrush because it flosses while I'm brushing. It gets in between. It never damages my gums. So I'm using I dip my flossing toothbrush that I got from that teeth report, and I dip it into baking soda. Now I'm polishing my teeth, and there is no plaque on my teeth, and I've polished my teeth, and I'm done, and I gargle and clean my mouth out, gargling a few times. Then from that teeth report, because I'm going to look on that teeth report now, because we're talking about it, and I'm going to get out of there. Yep. And now, in that teeth report, the first thing it's talking about is that So Fresh flossing toothbrush. And then it's talking about taking 4 ounces of xylitol. Xylitol is a sweetener. It looks like sugar. It tastes like sugar. It remineralizes your teeth. So I take a quart bottle, and it doesn't have to be an amber bottle. It can be a clear bottle. It can be an old apple cider vinegar bottle, 1 quart bottle. And I put 4 ounces of xylitol powder in there. It cost me about 90 cents. And then I put in a special herbal mixture called Oral Care Refresh Concentrate. And what that does, I'm looking at that Oral Care Refresh Concentrate, and you put less than an ounce. Or if you really want it as strong as you can get it, don't go more than an ounce because it's powerful. And what it has in it is the Oral Care Refresh Brush and Rinse. The concentrate has the bee pollen, the peppermint oil, the bee propolis, blood root, black walnut hulls, clove oil, and peppermint oil. So now it tastes wonderful. It tastes sweet. It's got the colloidal. Now we're going to fill it all the way to the top with colloidal silver water. Now we've got about 28 ounces of colloidal silver water, or about 27 ounces of colloidal silver water. We've got 1 ounce of that concentrate that's going to harden the teeth, toughen the gums, get rid of sensitive teeth, and it's going to remineralize the teeth. It's getting rid of infection. If you've got a tooth infection going on, it will absolutely get rid of that tooth infection. And unless it is so severe, it has to be attended to. Then once you attended to that, then you'll never have to go back to the dentist because it will keep any tooth infection from happening. And then that xylitol remineralizes the teeth. Now you've got the toughest gums, the cleanest mouth, the freshest breath, and you're brushing the roof of the mouth. You're brushing the tongue, and I'm holding that in my mouth for a little while. Then I just spit that out, and I don't even rinse my mouth out because my mouth is already clean. And now I've just used this oral care brush and rinse and remineralized my teeth, gotten rid of any infection, have the freshest, cleanest mouth possible. And that is what you accomplish. You can make it yourself by doing that with the colloidal silver water. Cost about 25 cents for 32 ounces because you're making it yourself and you got your own generator. And then the oral care refresh concentrate, that's about $13. The xylitol about 90 cents. So it costs about $14.44 to make if you make it yourself, or you can buy it all ready to go, made up from Health and Herbs, and they want $32 for a quart of it. So you can save about 60% if you make it yourself. Anyway, that's what I do every morning, and it just keeps your teeth shiny clean and no plaque, and that's my system, Doc.
Okay, we at Whole Foods, you get 4-ounce bottle of colloidal silver for $40.
There you go.
4 ounces for $40.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Yeah, I got an electric generator that makes a gallon in 10 minutes, and it's 10 parts per million because I go through probably 30, 40 bottles a week, with colloidal silver.
Yeah.
8-ounce bottle and 16-ounce bottle because a lot of people use it for all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's a whole report under herbalhealthreview.com about colloidal silver water and over 600 diseases that it affects and can attach itself to and disable and bring you back to health.
Yeah, it's an antibacterial. It will kill 600 strains of bacteria in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
A lot of ladies that have a vaginal infection, I tell them to take 2 ounces of the colloidal silver, 4 ounces of warm water in a douche bag, and douche each night for 3 nights. Guess what? It's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. People don't understand it.
Yeah, that's why. And may I ask about how much did you pay for your colloidal silver water making device?
It's a great big one. It makes a gallon in 5 minutes, and it's got 9 rods in it, and I paid $450 for it.
Right. Now
it's a commercial size, is what it is.
Right. So, folks, you don't really need a commercial size. You can, for $90, you can make colloidal silver water again that will be at anywhere from 10 to 50 parts per million. You can get a meter and test the water and see exactly how many parts per million that you're actually making. But it's going to be 10 in 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, you can make a quart of colloidal silver water with this device every 10 minutes. You can make a gallon every 40 minutes. And again, it's going to cost you about 40 cents or maybe a little bit more per gallon, but not much. And it's $90, not $410. So, and that would be a little machine that is portable. It's the size of a deck of cards because the doc can't put his in his suitcase and travel to Egypt, but I did.
No, you can't. The thing about it is, mine makes 10 parts per million,
yes,
pretty steady, in 10 minutes. Now,
yes,
if I turn it off and walk away and come back, it turns, with the rod still in there, in about 20, 30 minutes, it turns a golden color, and that'll raise it up to about 20 parts per million. You really don't need more than 10.
Right.
Everybody says, oh, the stronger it is, the better it works. That's not so.
No.
They don't know what they're talking about.
That's right. That's right.
Stronger is not always better.
That's right. 10 parts per million is all it takes. And so Doc Miles is got a commercial device. And this little one, guess what? That's the commercial generator that they use at Health and Herbs. to make colloidal silver water, and they've been making it for over 30 years with that little device. Probably the same one, because they never wear out. The only thing that can ever happen, they're portable too. They've got 3 9-volt batteries. You put it in you can put it in your shirt pocket or in your purse and take it with you anytime you travel. And in 5 minutes, it'll sterilize the water and kill any bacteria, fungus, virus in the water in 5 minutes. And in 10 minutes, you've got medicine water. So anyways, colloidal silver water, can't say enough great things about it. But that's all part of this abscess report. So just letting you know, when you get into some of these reports, they are deep. They get to the heart and to the root of the problem, because besides the teeth and, taking care of the teeth, then there's the kidney bladder report that you need to get into. And because we got to make sure that the kidneys are working when there's abscess, because what you're doing with abscesses, you've got toxins. You got an overload of toxins, and the kidney's job is to get rid of those toxins. Well, we want to give it some support so that you don't wind up with just one or no kidneys. And so we make sure that we look at the kidneys, the urinary tract, when there's abscesses, to make sure that you're not being compromised there, knowing that there's a full kidney bladder report and all the things you can do to get those kidneys going back to work again. And folks, being on a dialysis machine is not a life sentence. It does not have to be. Some people are using that kidney bladder report and they're reporting back. They're not on dialysis anymore. And then we're looking at, and then we get into a whole nother situation when there's kidney bladder problems, because we're looking at probably high blood pressure, we're looking at diabetes, and we're having to make sure that we don't leave any stone unturned. This is not like a medical doctor who just knows about drugs and one drug after another. We're talking about getting in touch with what's really going on in your body, what your individual needs are, and that's what Doc Miles is famous for doing there in Georgetown, Texas, where he has his clinic. And if you want to contact Doc Miles, after the broadcast, just please give him a call, because you'll be glad you did. He can help you get to the bottom of the most difficult problems, and so can I. And we work together all the time. But let me give you Doc Miles' number, just in case you might want his opinion. And that telephone number is 512-868-9867. I'll say again, Doc Miles' telephone number is 512-868-9867. So be sure and write that number down. It's going to be a good number to have on hand. So we've been talking about this, and it goes on in this report to talk about the kidneys and a kidney bladder formula and a kidney bladder report. And it talks about physical activity, which helps cleansing because it brings balance and relieves stress. But, that doesn't mean you need to go out and run a race. It just means we need to move around. We need to get up and walk around a little bit, and if you got a grass that isn't sprayed with any chemicals or anything like that, take your socks off and take a walk in the grass and ground out, and get some of that earth magnetism. Which, by the way, that reminds me, Doc, you have magnetic therapy devices, magnets there, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I have body magnets that you can put on your knees or your shoulder or your back or wherever, and it's really, really powerful. They're like 4,000 Gauss, okay? Most of them on the market are 500 to 1,000 Gauss. This is a super-duper magnet for the body, promotes the circulation really quickly, and within 30 minutes the pain has dissipated because it improves the circulation. really quick and then dissipate the pain. I sell a ton of those because they really work, and they're not expensive.
Yes.
They're about $16 a magnet, and then you got to get some little medical adhesives that'll stay on for 2 weeks with 2 showers a day. I've done it many, many times.
Wow. So see there, folks, there's all kinds of tools available to you. You just need to know what those tools are and be able to, talk to folks like Doc Miles and myself and the folks at Health and Herbs in Albany, Oregon. And again, their telephone number and all the products we're talking about here today. Give them a call. Give Health and Herbs a call because they will help you with natural remedies. And that telephone number is 541-791-8400. Health and Herbs. Where to get all these products? Call 541-791-8400. And that's Health and Herbs in Albany, Oregon. You know, there used to be 3 health food stores there, Doc, but after the FDA went on their rampage in the last 3 or 4 years, now there's only one.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, Health and Herbs is the only one left in Albany, Oregon. Folks, your natural remedies have been and continue to be under attack by a vicious system that wants to get rid of your ability to be able to get these natural remedies. And they're relentless, and they've been doing it for decades and decades. And if you think you're going to quit, they're not. They drive up. What they do is with all this harassment and overreaching, they drive the cost of these products up because you have to pay to fight the government to help people. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I got a lawsuit against the FDA in Texas.
Yeah.
Big law, because they wouldn't let me sell their oil chelation. They said it had to be by prescription.
Yeah.
And I said, you need to go back to school and learn the difference of a controlled substance, which is a prescription, which FDA promotes, and a dietary supplement, which is an oil chelation, and it doesn't have to be by prescription. Oh, yes, it does, because it's got the word chelation on it. Can you believe they're so stupid?
That's evil. Yeah, they're really not. I think they're evil rather than so stupid. I think they're evil and probably and stupid. Well, they're stupid too, but evil. They're more evil than they are stupid, and they're plenty stupid. So,
but they let 50 other doctors in Texas sell it, but they won't let me sell it in Texas. So that's discrimination big time. So I got a big lawsuit against them.
Yes, well, I pray you win, brother. You deserve to. I beat him, but it was it was absolutely a miraculous thing. But they are horrible, and they are relentless, and they're mean. So
I know.
So yeah. So maybe we should open up the lines here just in case. We have a lot of listeners, but maybe somebody has a question. Maybe you have a topic. Maybe you want us to talk about a certain thing or a certain herb or a certain health condition. Well, we're not diagnosing and prescribing. We're just this is a discussion about natural remedies. And so press your star key on your telephone 2 times if you would like to suggest a topic, give us a testimony, ask a question. Please press your star key 2 times. We're opening up the lines here in the room just in case someone would like to make a suggestion or suggest a topic. And looks like once again, Doc, we have more listeners than we do talkers.
Yep, that's okay.
It is okay.
That's okay.
It is okay.
This is an educational thing for people, because this is the only place they're going to get an education in the natural remedies. Seriously, because a lot of these people, a lot of these people that get on the air, excuse
Yes.
me, a
Bless
lot of
you.
people that get a lot of people that get on the air, they're just, they just sell vitamins. Okay, they
Right.
don't really know what they're for. They don't know how they're made. They don't know if they're organic or not. They just sell, 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 sell.
Yeah.
But with your knowledge and my knowledge over all these years, between you and I, we can help people through the process of whatever issue they have. We don't prescribe. We make suggestions based on what we see, like I do with the blood work. They get, all these panels that we need: comprehensive metabolic, full CBC, lipids, TSH, and a urinalysis. And that's a fasting blood draw. And then we get that in, we run it through the computer, make an 18-page report of all of their nutritional needs. It is absolutely phenomenal.
Absolutely.
But
You can't get enough good information.
no. And what you need to do is get some blood drawn and have it sent to me or faxed to me, and I'll run a report and send it back to you. You'll be absolutely amazed. That way, that'll give you more information and data to see how this works. I'm the only one in Texas that's doing this. There's only a few of us in the whole United States because there's not very many people that know how to do it.
That's right.
They just read a book, but there's more to it than just a book. We have a little medical intuitiveness sometimes because God gives us that when somebody's in trouble so we can help them, okay? It also is basic knowledge, common sense, and some book learning. Put it all together. That's how we help people.
Yes. Yeah. It's a lot of work. People, they don't really know how much intensive research and knowledge that we have to have at hand to help make these things work. They don't know, but it is a kind of a day and night thing. I know I'm up burning the midnight oil clear on into the mornings. Very often I'm researching, doing things and correcting reports and so forth, and helping people and doing research specifically for each person, and
Right?
it goes on. It's deep.
I know it. But we're the only ones that goes deep. Interested
Yeah.
with the knowledge to help them overcome their issues. I mean, that's what I tell every patient now when they come in. I had 2 new patients today, and I explained to them, I said, when you come to me, this is an educational session. Based on your blood work, I'll show you what you're missing and what I think you need, and it's up to you to take it or not take it. I'm not prescribing anything. I'm only making suggestions. If you try it and it doesn't work, if you give it adequate time, that's a whole different matter. But 99% of the time, it's going to work. So I've never seen it not work because people get all excited about it, and they get into it, and they eat better, they rest better, they work better, their mind is working active, and everything changes in their body. When that changes to a positive, then they can get positive things done.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all about the quality of life. I mean, who wants to live a miserable, painful, uncomfortable situation when you can have a quality of life where you can get around, enjoy your great grandkids, and go on a hike.
Right.
Yeah, and smell all the wild flowers, and go and check out those waterfalls and so forth. That's what I love to do, and I'm really grateful, to the Most High, that I've been blessed with the desire to help other peoples, because the desire to help other people has kept me healthy. Because I'm helping them and I'm learning all the time and I'm practicing what I know and I'm getting better at it. And after 56 years, I'm practically a youngster again.
Are you there?
Yes. So anyway, Doc, do you have another topic? I know we talked about allergies because it's allergy season, and but we made a video of that, and that's over there in the Discoveries in Health tab, all about allergies. That was last week, and so every week we were talking about something different. This time we talked about abscesses that ran us into all kinds of the complications that cause abscesses. And so just, these problems are deep, and we're making a video of them every week. And so if you go on the website, herbalhealthreview.com, and you click on Discoveries in Health, and then at the bottom of all the ways to join the broadcast, over your telephone anywhere in the world, over your computer or cell phone or tablet or smartphone. With all these ways are the ways that you can reach us. You can even reach us with a live audio video of this broadcast. That's over in Google Hangouts. But it's all the buttons and everything, and how to join it is right here on herbalhealthreview.com under Discoveries in Health tab. And then there's 137 videos of me and Doc Miles. Doc Miles and I, we're talking about natural remedies, and we're making a video of it. And you're seeing what we're teaching and talking about because I put it all up in a screen capture. So you're looking at me. You're looking over there at the room with all the wonderful participants of these discussions, and you're looking at everything all at the same time. So anyway, that's all these things are available to you in a video. Be sure and take be sure and take advantage of that. Doc, do you have any other suggestion or topic?
Well, one thing I can add.
Go ahead.
One thing I can add real quickly. 95% of the allergies is because the liver has some issues. 95% of it. That's food allergies, ecological allergies, all kinds of allergies and skin conditions. 95% of the time, it's the liver every time. And I show it to them in the blood work.
Yes.
Every time.
That's
now,
amazing.
Go ahead and pick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and pick up that call.
Yes. Okay. Yes. We have I think it's Prophet Elijah. Are you there?
Yeah, yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir. Did you have a question or comment?
I had a comment because this comment is for Dr. Miles.
Yes.
Because I had a young lady who had a problem. The doctor told her that she had to have surgery immediately, and she had a ruptured disc and a slip disc, and so she didn't know what to do. So we prayed, and I said, well, we'll have you call Dr. Miles. And she called Dr. Miles, and so she got the magnets and she got the tablets, and now all her pain is gone.
All praises to the Most High.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
And so I just want to tell Dr. Miles that the young lady, she had never heard anything like this in her life because she's brought up about using drugs for everything.
Right.
And by her not knowing, and basically myself, I basically used nothing but herbs myself, and I was sharing with her the things that she should do. So what you're doing here, you are teaching something that we as a people need vitally every day.
That's right. That's right. And the only place you can go to get the honest information is right here with Truman and I on the show on Thursdays, because we have to educate the public. We can't always be around for everybody all the time, so we have to be able to hit the spotlight at least once a week, or call us on the phone and we can, design something for that particular patient. But we have to get the message out. That's very, very important. Because I'm not in this to make a bunch of money. I just don't do that. I've told you before, I charge $100 for the first visit when people come to see me, and I work with them until they get well. I never charge them again for another office visit because I'm here to help humanity. And God blesses me for it. There's no question about that.
And that, sir, is a true ministry. And I do the same on my end. I ask for a $100 donation one time, and then I help people and I work with them, and we get over these things. And we run into a tough spot. We call Doc Miles, and Doc Miles always comes through. So we've got a system here, and a lot of times, a simple natural remedy is fine, and it'll get us where we're going. And sometimes we need to put our heads together and all work together as a team, including the patient, and really go after a problem that is incurable. Well, that word incurable doesn't apply to the Most High. It doesn't apply to God. God doesn't know about that incurable word. It's just a word that's been made up by a medical, chemical, drug, surgery system. So yes, folks, we are getting results. We are helping people. And there's so many times, you're not going to hear about all the people that we help day in, day out, because otherwise, well, there'd be a lot of people you'd be listening to. But a lot of times, and a lot of times they don't even tell you. As a matter of fact, there was a while back, a brother by the name of Darius. He called me up, and he asked me. He said, I got my colloidal silver water generator. Works fantastic. It's keeping the kids from having lots of colds and flus now, and everybody's healthy and doing great. But I think I need maybe something for my wife, this, that, and the other. And then I said, okay, that's fine. He said, oh, and by the way, he said, there's a lady in our office. She's stage 4 ovarian cancer, and they told her to go home and die because they said you only got 2 weeks to live. Don't come back to work anymore. So just go home, and so she lost her job, and I said, well, let's look at that. Let's look at that breast and all cancer report on Herbal Health Review. Let's pick a few items from there, including a formula called CF. CF used to stand for cancer formula, but the FDA didn't like that word, so we couldn't do that because that would be too honest, and they're not into honesty. They're into subterfuge. So we call it CF, so you won't know that it's a cancer formula. And anyway, that's what I named it, and you can get it from the Health and Herbs people, and she did. They got it over to her right away, and I didn't hear from Darius for a couple of months. He calls back in and he says, "Oh wow, things are going great, but I think I need some more of this, a little bit of that." And I wait a minute. I said, "Darius, what happened to the lady with stage 4 ovarian cancer?" He said, "Oh, well, she went back to work again. She don't have that ovarian cancer anymore." I said, "Well, why didn't you call me?" I said, "I've been wondering now and worrying about her because I do. I cannot get these people out of my mind. It's night and day. I'll wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I'll say, oh, wow, why don't we use this herb or that herb with somebody? It's always there. But anyway, so he said, oh, by the way, she don't have the cancer anymore, and she had diabetes, but that's gone too. And she's back to work. So I said, okay, Darius, thanks a lot. So yeah. So you don't always hear back about people.
Well, I'm very proud today that I got that message from him that her pain is gone with the magnets and charm support. That is awesome.
Yes. We always love to hear, from folks, what's going on, and because maybe they're only accepting a little bit of relief and being grateful for a little bit of relief when they could have a lot more relief or just flat get over it. And so I always like that feedback. And then people say, "Well, I didn't want to bother you. I said, please bother me. Please call me. That's what I'm here for." And but sometimes people, they just don't call you back, and then they're bitter, and it's okay too if that's what they want to do. But I always love to hear, from people that they're getting help, that they're getting comforted, and especially when people tell me about their children that are being comforted, that are getting over, and don't have asthma anymore, and they don't have autism, and they don't have ADHD and ADDD and all this stuff. When it's all gone, and I hear that about a child, oh boy, that makes my day.
Well, it gives us more energy to help others when we hear these good reports. So it energizes our soul to where we can put out more energy to help others. That's why it's important to know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it just it's a good thing. So, Doc Miles, did you have any other maybe suggestion or topic?
No, not really. I had a really busy day today, so my brain's a little fogged, but
that's okay. So
I really can't think of anything right now.
That's okay. That's all right. So mainly, I'm going to get back at it again, because what I'm getting here and what I want everybody to hear is the same thing I just heard, that about 95% of all illness, you got to work on that liver. You just got to work on that liver. So that's why that we brought up the topic today. When we were looking at abscesses, guess what? You got to work on that liver. And, where am I going over here? Okay. I'm going back to abscesses. I'm looking at that abscess report, because that's the first thing that we started talking about is, describing the abscesses, the boils, the skin boils, and how to cleanse and detoxify. And we talked about making lifestyle changes, and then to make lifestyle changes, that that colon and liver cleansing liquid and that fiber that we talked about, that's in that report. There's another thing and here it is. The number one thing is a colon, liver, gallbladder cleanse with a CAC liquid and the Truman's fiber bentonite clay. That was where we started, and that is a cornerstone. But there's more things you can do. When you want to get that liver going and you're really, really serious, well, you can get that liver going when you maybe get a big bottle of milk thistle seed extract. That will help you have new liver cells by 60% every 120 days. So a teaspoon of milk thistle seed extract, or maybe even a couple of teaspoons or so, 2 or 3 teaspoons, a tablespoon, if you're going to use the powder in a power drink. That is going to help you have new liver cells. So these are things that you can do. Then Doc Miles also has some extraordinary liver pills that everybody keeps telling me, hey, I took Doc Miles liver pills and they work. What about those liver pills, Doc?
Well, I get them from India, from a specific place in India, and it's a 5,000-year-old formula. So they've been using them for forever over there. The royal family has been on them for generations, and the place I get them from, the father that started that business was a royal family physician for 55 years. And a few years ago, he passed away. He was like 100-something years old. Okay, his sons have taken it over. They were raised in that formulary, so they know everything about it. And they have continued on, and they do a great, great job. I'll have probably 12,000 liver tablets delivered to my office tomorrow. 3 more weeks, I'll have another shipment. 3 more weeks, I'll have another shipment. That's how fast I go through them. I even give 3 liver tablets to my outside dog, because he lives out in the elements. He's a big old black lab, and he's getting old. And if he chews on his leg, I know he's got a liver problem, so I put 3 tablets in his food every night. He doesn't chew anymore. He doesn't have any liver problems. He's healthier. His nose is nice and washed. It's amazing. People say, you give it to your dog? And I said, yeah. My dog will eat anything in his bowl. I even give him the joint support that I formulated. And his hips was going out. I put 5 capsules in his food every night. Now he's out there chasing cats up a tree. That's what he loves to do. He won't hurt the cats. That's his game. He'll chase a cat and run him up a tree, and he just thinks it's funny as all get out, you know.
Well, so, he's a dog.
Yeah, he is. He's a sweet, sweet dog. Black labs are known, all labs are known to be really, really protective of their owners. Mm-hmm. If I hear a noise out here in the country at night, I'll take my flashlight and my gun, I go outside and I'm looking around, and he's right beside me just looking and sniffing. And if I shoot at something like a possum or something like that, I'll say, okay, go check it out. He'll run out there and sniff, and come back. Well, he's gone, and, it's so funny. And he's an old dog, but he is so smart, and they're just lovable. Why not take care of the dog? If you're going to take care of yourself, take care of your animals too. That's what I do.
Absolutely. And you brought up a great point, that these remedies that are for humans, they work on the animals too. They work on dogs. They work on horses, cats, goats. These natural remedies are natural, and they just work.
That's right. And goats will go out and find certain things we call weeds, mm-hmm. but they're probably a great herb, and they'll eat every bit of it, and then they say, well, they know what to eat. Yes. They don't just eat anything, but they know what to eat. Mm-hmm. And I think goats eat poison ivy and poison oak. Doesn't bother them a bit because they got a good liver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I can get out there and get in it, and it doesn't bother me because I got a good liver. But a lot of people that touch it, and they're just, covered all over with whelps, because of the poison oak or poison ivy. But it's amazing what you can do with natural remedies. I did a hair analysis on an old horse I had, and she had a sway back, and I got the supplements that it was showing that she needed, and I put them in her food, for several months, and all of a sudden half of the sway came out of her back.
Woo! That's amazing.
And I do it for race horses too. They bring me some hair off the mane, and then I send it into the hair analysis company, and they have an equine, program, and they'll run it through there and say, give this horse, more alfalfa or this or that or whatever, mm-hmm. and it will increase their stamina and their endurance and their speed.
There you go. Yeah.
It's amazing. Technology in the natural field is getting better and better and better because we can't fight these drugs forever. We have to do something better, and that's what we're doing.
Yes. Yeah, all of these diagnostic procedures and all of this information, that goes right along with natural remedies. That's not the problem. That's a wonderful solution. I can't get enough good information so that we can make the best decisions. And I know you're the same way.
Right. Right. Because we try hard to help people as much as we possibly can. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's all about.
Yes. So we kind of discussed, it's so interesting that we got to this, that the liver, came up to be one of the paramount things that we should talk about. So what I did was, I suggested to the health and herbs people, because I get nothing from the sale of any product. Now, those are the products I invented, but I'm a minister, and I don't get anything from the sale of a product because it's conflicting, and so I just don't do that. We go by donation alone, and we appreciate every donation, and you can make a donation on that herbalhealthreview.com. On any of the pages there's a donate button. That's where you want to make the donation on herbalhealthreview.com, and we appreciate that. But what I'm saying is that I combined that special fiber with the bentonite clay and all the green foods and nutrition in it that you can put into a power drink or juice drink or just water or tea or however you want to get it down. You got to mix it with some liquid, and that fiber and the colon and liver cleansing liquid, CAC. And so what I did is I suggested to the Health and Herbs family that they lower the price of it if they get the two things together. So they did, and they call it a colon and liver. There's the dry. The colon and liver cleansing dry formula, that's for constipation and will get rid of constipation. No kidding. You start on that colon and liver cleansing program with the fiber, with the bentonite clay, and the herbal tea, where you're having 1, 2, 3 glasses of herbal tea to clean out that digestive tract and to stimulate that liver and feed that liver and get it going again. There's a dry program, and a dry one is for constipation. But if you don't have constipation, you just want to have a cleansing detox, well, then there's the liquid program, and it's together. So they put the two things together and lowered the price, so you get them both for, what is it, $52. The fiber and the liquid, and you get them. So anyway, you save money, and that's a liver cleansing system. And I just wanted to let you know that that's available, because you could save money when you get that 1078 colon and liver cleansing liquid and that number 4837 fiber together. You could get it without the bentonite clay, or you can get it with the bentonite clay. I'd rather have it with the bentonite clay, because the bentonite clay is a toxic. It is a toxin magnet. It's a magnet that pulls toxins to it. So I want to, and then the other thing that I want to mention, because we're going to finish the liver right now, and that is, besides Doc's liver pills, milk thistle seed. Let's just put MILK in the search engine. Milk thistle seed extract. That you can get the milk thistle seed powder. You can get it dry, the dry powder, and that would be, I think this is the extract right here. I use the extract because that will give you 60%. Either one of them is going to give you 60% new liver cells. It just takes less of it when you're using the extract rather than the powder, because it's concentrated. And that's why I use it. I like to go for the gusto.